Hey, it's Christy and Jennifer. I just have some things I really want to talk about. Jennifer and I went to Nashville. We spent the day in Nashville today. And on the way home, I was starting a conversation with Jennifer, and then like 3 or 4 words in, I realized that what I was about to say was not me, but it was the collective that we also know as Elijah. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to restart because we just got home. So I'm going to restart and say what I was going to say. And then as I'm talking as me, that's Elijah's going to come through and bring forth that message. This is not scripted. This is not planned. All I know for sure is the couple of sentences that I was going to say. And then I know that there's something bigger coming through. So if you guys just want to follow along with this madness and see what it brings us,
This gloriousness.
and see if you get something out of it, great. If not, you can still hit like and subscribe. We would really like that.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, so so today Jennifer and I did something on a whim, totally just for fun, just being playful. We both had a free day. It's a Saturday. We both had the day free. We didn't have any obligations today. And so we heard about this celebrity jean brand that was going to be doing open casting calls in Nashville, which is not very far from where we live. So they were looking for people that didn't look like supermodels. So they wanted the average everyday woman. They needed to find basically a model or two for every single size that there is. And so their size inclusive, I think they go all the way up to a 5X, all the way from a 00 to a 5X. And so they were going to be looking across the board for every look, every ethnicity, every curvy, flat, whatever. So anyway, on a whim, we were just like, why not? It's not that far away. We don't have anything to do today. It'll probably be fun. So we went and we were there all day, and it was something. I mean, I don't even want to go into all of it, but I will say, trying to get to the point because I do ramble a little bit. And then once I make my point, I think that's when the collective message is coming. But okay, so we met all kinds of super interesting people, mostly from LA. We were just like, when we would be in line for a photo shoot, or when we would be in line for this little booth that you can record a video, or just whatever, we were just meeting interesting. Even when we were outside, standing outside for 2.5, 3 hours, because we got there at 7 a.m. I don't think we got through the doors until like 11:30. So we were outside and the time just flew by because we had the best people standing with us in line. We were just meeting all these interesting people. So when we were inside, there was a speaker, and I can't remember her. Like, you could get the choice before you did your photo shoot and all that stuff for this audition or whatever. You could get the choice to sit in on this panel and listen to these different speakers, and they were all kinds of different. There was a model, a plus size model that was there, and the one that we listened to was an entrepreneur from Nashville. And I hate that I can't remember her name. I will link it down in the description when I get done, but I just don't want to say it wrong. But anyhow, she is an African-American lady, and she owns a wellness company in Nashville, I believe. I'm pretty sure. And she's like, her star is rising high. Like, she's like entrepreneur of the year or something like that. So her wellness company, what they specialize in is providing wellness for mind, body, and soul for big corporations. So like, that's their gist. Although they do it for individuals as well. It's not just about the vitamins. It's not just about the exercise. It's also about where is your heart and where is your soul. And it's just such an interesting concept. And I'm super, super glad that I got to listen to her talk. I'm super glad that she's getting the success that she's getting. She deserves every bit of it. And I hope that her star just can, in fact, I know her star is going to continue to rise. So with that being said, while she was talking, because I'm a medium, I just started getting like all of these crystal clear messages while she was doing her talk to the panel, which we were a part of. And I was like, oh my goodness, how am I going to tell her this stuff? Like, I'm going to be so bugged out if I don't get to tell her these messages because I know they're important. And so when she got done talking, I just found a random employee, and I was just like, hey, so this may sound a little crazy, but I'm a medium and I really need to tell her something. If you want me to tell you what I need to tell her, I will. And they were like, okay. So I told them just a little bit, and then back into the back dressing room area and they towed her. Well, they called me back there. So I give her this full reading. I'm not going to go into it because it's super personal and that's her business if she wants to share. So they call me back into the back. I give her this reading. Okay. It's amazing. And then I go out and Jennifer and I are just standing in line, just absorbing the moment, just appreciating all the beautiful women that are there because there was hundreds and just appreciating the energy was so good. And in case you're curious, it was a Good American open casting call for Good American Jeans. They're only doing 3 cities this year, and ours was the first one. And we were just like, we weren't taking ourselves very seriously. We were just like, let's just go and experience something different, you know? And so when we were just standing around, you know, checking out the different things you could participate in for the audition, some of the people came up to us that worked for Good American and just started chatting, and they were just like talking to us about my journey as a medium. They wanted to know a bit about that. And then, of course, Jennifer's journey as a hypnotherapist and just digging super deep into like, what is it that we've learned spiritually? What is it that we've learned from the guides, and just showing this interest. So all like 3 or 4 girls telling us like little miniature life stories, not really, but just a little bit, and then getting our contact information. And we were even telling them like, we are not influencers. We have no idea what we're doing. We're just some girls who have this connection to the supernatural and this connection to the spiritual world. We're very much ourselves and we're very much authentic, but like we have no idea what we're doing in regards to like getting followers or creating content. Like we have a camera, we're recording our heart and soul. We're just telling you our messages because we've had this phenomenal out-of-body experience for the last 12 months or so. And it's just been such a season of growth and shedding and just becoming who we really are. And so that's even a whole other message that I could probably spend an hour talking about, is becoming who you really are and shedding all of that stuff that doesn't serve you, that you've been conditioned to, because who you really are is your soul. And that's just point blank period. And once you figure that out, and once you learn how to authentically connect to that and find out exactly what it is your soul actually wants to experience or reveal or whatever, then you get that healing. You get that healing at the speed of light. And anyway, sorry I went on a tangent there. But so we're talking to these employees from Good American, just like nothing super intense, just like having a spiritual conversation. And they were like super into us or whatever. And then 2 of the people who were in the room with the speaker from Nashville, these 2 people came to us and we didn't know who they were. You know, we're just like, they're probably assistants, whatever. They had the best energy. Like it was a man and a woman. They had the best energy. They had a playful energy. They had a very emotional and sensitive energy, which I love emotional and sensitive people. I really do. I love people that are willing and able to let their guard down. That's my favorite kind of people. And that's exactly what these 2 people were. And so we just talked and talked and talked. And they were asking us, you know, about, I don't know how to explain it. Obviously, they were asking me about being a medium and how did that start and how did that happen and what is that like? And then they were asking us about our journey through our awakening the past year and asking Jennifer questions about hypnosis and just really super into us. Okay. So then we found out, we go to lunch, me and Jennifer go to lunch, and they're like, we want you to come back. Like, we really want you to come back. We want to talk to you some more. And I'm not revealing their identities because that's not the purpose of this. I really do have a message that's fixing to come through strong, but I just wanted to give you like the preamble of what actually led up to what the guides are going to bring for you today. So we go to lunch and they're like, please come back. If you don't have anywhere to be, please come back. We want to talk to you some more. So we go to lunch, we come back. I find out way after the fact, like, these are not just assistants. Like, these are actually hardcore employees of Good American, like important employees, I think, of Good American. That's the feeling I'm getting. They're not interns. They're not assistants. And I'm so glad that I connected with them, even when I thought they were interns and assistants. I'm so glad that I just like forged that thing where you meet someone, you instantly click, and you don't even care about any of the noise of the outside world. You're just like, wow, this is a good soul. Like, I just want to talk to this person forever. And that's exactly how I felt with both of these two people, and the other people that were talking to us. But anyway, these two people, the man and the woman, and they were just like, come back, whatever. So we went and got something to eat. We came back, and I had another reading. So this was my third medium reading for the day. I don't control when this happens. I don't call it forth. I mean, I can occasionally, but for the most part, it just comes when it wants to come. And that's a good thing and it's a bad thing, because sometimes I really want to call it forth and it doesn't happen. And then I just kind of get frustrated a little bit. But anyways, I had no idea this was going to happen. So for the male, I gave him a reading, and it was super emotional. It was super specific for him. And he was just giving me all these confirmations like, yeah, that's so specific. There's no way you could know that, whatever. So then Jennifer gives each one of these people a crystal that she just happened to have with her. I think one was a tiger eye. And what are they called? The domes? What are those kind of the shape of the crystal? Do you know?
I think that is.
It's like a dome with a point. And so she had a tiger's eye and she had a quartz. And she gave one of them the quartz and she gave one of them the tiger's eye because she felt led to do that. And we are supposed to follow those leadings. And so what I was going to say to Jennifer in the car was, those two people, I don't really know their age. They could be around our age, maybe a little younger. I'm not sure. They didn't look super young, but they definitely weren't old. So maybe our age or a little bit younger. So those two people, and they're LA people. They're just like, I don't know, they're in a kind of like a shock because I just gave the guy his reading. Then Jennifer gifts them with the crystals. And they're just like holding it and looking. And then Jennifer's talking to the girl about what the tiger's eye means and everything. And it's like they're so hungry and they're so open to understanding about ascension and understanding about having the ego death and having the awakening and figuring out what their soul path is and all of this. And so what the channeled message that wants to come through that I can feel coming right now is that this is real. This is so real. This is what Elijah is saying to me right now. This is so far beyond what you think is happening with your small little group of, spiritual friends, your hippie friend and your psychic friend and your herbalist friend and your acupuncturist friend and your doctor friend or whatever. Like, we have our small core group of friends, and this is so far beyond that. And not only is it bigger than we could have imagined, and that's exactly what Elijah is bringing right now, but exactly the same thing that was said a few videos ago where all of the toxic stuff and all of the toxic people are falling away. And think about it. 4, 5, 6 years ago in Hollywood, you would have never found somebody in such a position of power to give a crap less about crystals or past lives, or they definitely wouldn't have admitted it for sure. And now we have people and they're wanting to know about the new earth and they're wanting to know about ascension and they're highly interested in past lives and they want to clean their soul. And it's just like, it's so refreshing because now I'm getting Elijah saying, this is what you have to look forward to. This is what is coming. This is the new wave. These are the new leaders. This is the new way that it's going to be. All of the old is falling away. It's upon us, guys. There is no more wait. We've been talking about it for probably 2 to 4 years. When the change is coming, it's happening right now, and that's what Elijah wants to bring forth. Is like people in positions of power who are going, I want a clean soul. I want to know what my soul is. I want to have a spirit that's light. I don't want to have anything negative around me. Those people are coming into power, and we witnessed that today. And I mean, no matter what you think about a celebrity jeans brand, that's irrelevant. The fact is that it's not just our little group of weirdo friends. It's bigger than that because we've been told the truth all along. There is an uprising. There is a shedding. All of the toxic people that are in power, all of the negative and the greed and the destruction and the hurting people and the raping of people's souls and the toxic foods that should be illegal to even sell because the preservatives are killing everybody and giving everybody cancer. Like, all of that stuff is going to go away. Everything is going to be just pure and honest and real and raw. And the uprising is coming, and it's here, and it's rising up right now to say, we're done with that. We're done with deceit. We're done with lies. We're done with cancer. We're done with greed. We're done with people taking from our children so that government can get rich. We're done with people who are lying and deceiving and becoming influential people, but all of the people who actually need help and the people who actually are pure at heart are getting trampled on and becoming homeless and struggling and having to work 75 hours a week to pay their bills, and they don't see their children and their marriages are falling apart. All of those good people with good souls who have that spiritual knowledge buried inside of them, those are the people that are going to go up. Those are the people that are going to rise. Those are the people who deserve it, because they're the people who have literally been spiritually and financially raped for 50, 60, 70 years because we've had a place of corruption. And I am not a political person. I am not. I am not trying to be political right now in this moment. I'm bringing you a message from Elijah as I'm being told it. Okay? All of this is changing. And I know, something so small as talking to some executives at Good American Genes about their spiritual ascension journey. That seems so small, but from Elijah's point of view, this whole thing is fixing to be shot out of the water. You're going to see changes like you could never have dreamed of. You're going to see the new earth. You're going to be a part of it. And if you have greed, if you have hate, if you have judgments, if you have deceit, you're going to fall away. There's not space for you. There's just not. So that was the message from Elijah. That was what I was getting when I was in the car with Jennifer. And it was just such an aha moment of, we're not so weird. We are right. We have been right. This knowledge we've been getting, this divine knowledge, is spot on. And all of the pure souls feel it and know it and want more and want to know how to clean their soul and want to know how to get on their ascension journey and want to know how to get rid of their egos. And there's no room for judgments. I don't care what your judgments are. I don't care who they're against. I don't care if you have a problem with gay people. I don't care if you have a problem with interracial people. I don't care if you have a problem with the single mom. It doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter what it is. There's no room for that. So if you're holding on to those judgments and if you have those bias, you're not going to be included. And I'm not even being like ugly right now. I'm just giving you what I'm getting. You have to clean that stuff out of you. You have to purge that stuff out of you. You have to be committed to your spiritual journey. You have to be committed about learning. And if you don't know where to start, you can reach out to us. You can get readings. You can get hypnosis sessions. You can just get counseling. I'm a certified spiritual life coach. Between us, we can get you set straight. We can get you on the path to learning about what it is that you need to learn about to be able to get on your journey. Anyways, I'm sorry if that was a little out there or a little bit rough, but that's exactly what I was getting, and I knew I had to bring it to you exactly how I was getting it. Good night, guys. If you watched all the way to the end of this video, we thank you so much, and we just ask humbly to please press like and subscribe. And if you really are in a great mood, just comment. That helps us. That helps the algorithm of YouTube so that we can get more viewers. Thank you.
Thank you.